Hello and welcome to day 2 of my PTU journal, where I go through my experiences of Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 on the PTU. First off, I wanted to show off these lovely golden ships that you get for 10 referrals. They are in the hangar in 2.0 Alpha now, and they're pretty cool. I mean, they're a full collection of ships, and for those of you who like collecting stuff, they're pretty cool. So, a new patch was released for PTU, Patch A. It updates the PTU rather than re-downloads the whole thing, which is a great improvement already. I don't have to faff around with super long downloads now. The servers are pretty much a lot more stable in this patch. You do get dropped out and timed out still, but it happens a lot less frequently. And today I was going around taking other people's ships, flying the Connie and the Retaliator. There are issues with taking other people's ships, especially when they log out, as their ship that they owned seems to disintegrate or disappear, leaving you stranded in space. But the other thing that the Connie and the Tally do is they fly like any other ship would when you're piloting them, although they just feel a bit sluggish and obviously they're a lot larger. But you as the pilot, when you go into third person mode, when you're flying them, they just feel like any other ship, which is strange. The flight model and the local instances of this game really just seem to work really well, though my brain really struggles with the scale and perspective still. I was getting a lot of issues personally trying to get crew for my ships. Lots of them would disconnect or jump out all of the time. People would glitch. The Constellation, though, is quite fun to fly. There's at the moment, when you can't get reliable multi-crews, some of the single crew ships are actually just better to fly in the PTU. Obviously, as more people get in and they update it, and it becomes a little bit more just more well played, people understand what they can do, then I think the Constellation's going to be a lot more fun to pilot. But at the moment, it just flies like any other ship, even when you've got your multi-crew there, because they're just firing gun turrets. It feels cool, but there's a lack of communication on the PTU servers. One of the other things that I noticed in my hangar when I logged on today was that my Vanguard was there. That is cool. So this is something they're going to be doing. They're going to be putting the ships into the hangars before they finish them now. So when they're at a stage that they look okay to go into the hangars, I think it's the grey box phase, they'll be dropping those in the hangars just a lot earlier. So we're going to start to see content a lot more quickly. So the Vanguard, even though they said it's an early Vanguard, and like for the interior and the exterior, I mean, it looked pretty good to me. Lots of the stuff's functioning. The doors are functioning. The ship looks great. And if this is an early stage of a Vanguard and the ships that are going to start releasing to us, sign me up, guys. I mean, this was great. I mean, some of the control panels don't work fully. I mean, nothing came on when I was fiddling with this one, but I could operate it. Like I could interact with it. And all the little details around, like the sink with the medicine cabinet and all that sort of jazz. It just looked really, really cool. I really like Vanguard. It's one of my favourite ships, and it looks a lot more roomy inside, as with a lot of the ships do. Star Citizen does that perspective thing really weird. Everything looks like a TARDIS. You're inside, and it's just a lot bigger on the inside. But the Vanguard, just pretty cool. So I was able to fly around in the Retaliator in Vandal's Swarm. So this was pretty cool. Because it was just me flying it, I don't think I have access to any gun turrets. I only have access to the Retaliator's missiles. Fortunately, it has big missiles. So they're pretty cool. The ships don't seem to be able to escape them once you fired them. They are really tenacious, those torpedoes or missiles, whatever I'm firing here. They just, they just ripped the Vandal a new one, and they just don't ever seem to leave the target. Look at this one. Look at this one go. Come on. Go on. Go after him. Get him. Get him. No, you're not getting away. You're not getting away, Sonny Jim. Nah. And the explosions are pretty cool as well. Let's get another one here so that we can see the explosion done properly. Those torps take ages to lock on though, don't they? But I don't think they should be this agile. Let's have this in. And they just look how well they're tracking him. He knows something's after him. He knows something's up. He's trying to dodge. Oh yeah, I got away. Nah. Boom. I really like those explosions. I think they look pretty damn cool. So, back to Port Hollis. I know this is probably what most people want to see anyway. Today I was actually able to get on my main account. 5,000 more people have been invited to the PTU test for the weekend. So, check your emails, see if you've been invited. And another 20,000 should be invited early in the week as well, so a lot more people will be able to get on. It looks like, to me anyway, that they will be going live pretty soon. So expect the end of next week. A lot of the bugs are getting hammered out already, and it just seems to be a server stability issue, mainly anyway. There are lots of other bugs, but when isn't there? I thought today I'd see how the Gladius flies too as well. So if you go to some of the Comm Relays and activate them, try not to eject from your ship too far away from them or get out of your ship too far away from them. I was travelling here for about 5 minutes. So when you activate these comm relays, they give you access to more locations to explore. So you can do missions there, you can do FPS there, you can just fly around and fight pirates, whatever. They're all a bit different. So the main thing I was trying to do today was discover some bugs and explore some of the other locations and missions that the comm relays will give you access to. Now, this isn't much meaty content. So yeah, once you've activated those comm relays, there's lots of different locations for you to go to. Literally just warp to them using your quantum drive, like I was doing yesterday, and you'll see me probably do it again later today. But I have some issues finding where to land on the space stations. Now, maybe it's because I'm dyslexic and I'm not very good at spatial awareness. Probably not very good in a space game. But I have real problems trying to work out where to land. And I look at some of the spaceships and just go, which way is up? Which way is down? I don't know what's going on. But does mean I explore a lot of them. So the shipping hub station here, I couldn't work out where to land. I look around for ages. I'm not even sure if you can land. I'm just assuming you can. But yeah, lots of me just having a look around, and lots of other players coming here and me saying hi to them. But I mean, I know that this station is huge, but it looks tiny to me. This is all the perspective thing I was talking about. But anyway, so when your ship gets damaged, you're going to want to go and get it repaired. And there's a nice little space station here as well at the Cryoastro services. You can go there, little drones come out and repair your ship. But there's a massive joy, at least from my brain here, is that it tells you where you can land. They need this on all stations. Anywhere there's a flat surface you can land, it needs to mark it. But so this is the Cryoastro services. They're really useful. They did used to crash when Constellations and Retaliators in the last patch tried to get repaired, but I don't think that happens anymore. But you can see all the different landing pads here, so you can have loads of ships here potentially. I think it's in the green zone as well, so you can't shoot each other. But yeah, you land on those pads. You can have a little bit of an explore of the station if you want. But the main thing, is that the little repair bots will come out, repair your cool little ship, and you can have a run around the station if you want. But yeah, it wouldn't actually let me shoot him here, so I assume it is in the green zone. I had tried to have a look at an explorer of the station, but when I tried to enter, lo and behold, the game crashed. And when I was trying to film FPS stuff today, it seemed to keep on crashing. Now, this was a mixture of being crashed to desktop and the servers going down. So I'm thinking just when people are around the same sort of time that people are trying to do FPS, that's the sort of time that something will crash the server, a memory leak, or someone will do something that takes the server down. From my perspective, that's what it looks like anyway. So tomorrow I'm going to try and dedicate solely to doing some FPS-based stuff, and that will involve me doing comm relay missions and then the FPS. But it's something I really want to do. Now, obviously, there's not a huge amount of content to do with it. It's literally just going to be running around with a gun, shooting people, and stealing their ships, and going lol, and then doing it all over again. But it's still quite fun. It's still pretty cool. And it's nice to see this in Star Citizen, even if it's its first iteration of it. So, one of the major things I was doing today was bug hunting, and just exploring in general to see what can crash me to desktop, what can crash the server, that sort of stuff. So I noticed that occasionally it will try and load in loads of pirates, and that will crash the server. Just when there's too many entities, or it could just be the location I went to. But I saved a few times. Every time there was loads of pirates to be loaded in, that would crash the server. Also, I found that you could occasionally get away with quantum traveling in just a random direction. And if you do that, that crashes you to desktop because it hates you. Most of the other crashes and bugs I found were of a similar vein. I did find a lot of places where decals or some form of markings were misdisplayed. But by far, my favourite bug is still that jukebox that throws you around like it's possessed. And reporting those bugs is so important. Just getting the right ones prioritised, finding ones that other people haven't found. Being the first person to find one of those bugs is great, because then other people are looking for it to try and repeat it. It's really, really useful. And with Star Citizen and open development in general, it's just great to do. The PTU is obviously more important because they are trying to get it out into everyone else's hands as quickly as possible, so you're actually providing a help to other players by reporting those bugs and by being helpful in the community, and also you're more likely to get chosen for PTUs if you do that. Anyway guys, enough of me ranting about reporting bugs. Tomorrow will be pretty much all FPS, assuming the servers let me do it, assuming I don't get crashed out continuously, and assuming there's other people to do FPS with. But the plan is, I'll do a few hours of footage and we'll see what we can do with that. Thank you so much for watching these journals, it's really appreciated. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help me, and I will see you in the verse.